What's up, everyone? This is the Fraser podcast with Uncle Blaiso. And today we're talking NFL, week 14, college football, playoff scenarios, life as a Vikings fan. And before we get into it, we're talking about gentrification. And we're not political scientists. We don't claim to be. I sometimes do, but it's fine. Um, but the thing that annoys the hell out of me is the word gentrification. I feel like it's a buzzword, but I guess it is real because the harsh part of it is it displaces people of lower income to where they grew up and were born and raised and blah, 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 and they have to leave. And that's kind of like how in Mexico or in Costa Rica, for example, where I am or have lived, they hate it because obviously they're being driven out of their homeland by money. But then on the other side, it's like I'm from Kamloops. If I didn't make enough money, I'd be fucking driven out of certain places. And it's just the USA doesn't want immigrants. Canada doesn't want people from certain countries that are flooding the country, and it's just no one wants anyone anywhere. It just seems so. I don't know. That's just a quick. Everyone hates everyone, and I think it's a population problem. Yeah, it's just like
starting off with that.
Yeah,
so I think. Well, I wish Canada would take a harder stance, to be perfectly honest. Like and I know bigger picture stuff I don't understand either. I'm like you. I know that there's a benefit to having, to bringing people in, but I don't see it. I see that we can't take care of our own. We've got too many people that are living well below the poverty line. We've got too many people that are not getting taken care of. We got veterans that are not getting taken care of. We got seniors that are not properly taken care of. Why in the hell are we bringing more people into the country? Like, I just don't. I don't get it. To me, that point, and I don't know that it's necessarily bringing them in, but we bring them in and give them everything. Like, there's been so many breakdowns that I've seen of what people get when they come here, and they're just given handout over and over and over again. When we got people that are living on food stamps, like that part to me doesn't make sense. If you want to come here and you can survive, I'm all for it, right? And because that's how this country was built. Canada was built on, our roots go back to, Ukrainian immigrants coming over, during the world wars because they knew how to farm the land, and we had all this land that needed to get developed. So like our roots come from that, but they came and they worked and they earned what they got, and they didn't just leech off the system, which is what we're seeing now in so many different areas. And, but when you have 10 years of the same soft government, I guess that's what you're going to get. So I'm fine with the whole closing the doors thing. I wish it would happen more and be a little more harsh on it. So I don't know. You might not get a whole lot of sympathy from me.
Yeah, no, I think in the USA it's tough. I don't have an answer because I see on one side, kind of like you said, like we can't in the US, you can't even take care of our own people. There's poverty everywhere. It's getting worse and worse.
Yeah.
But then I also see like immigrants are leaving El Salvador, and there's little girls being sold and all this kind of stuff, and they're escaping it to be kind of a more of a safe haven. So it's like we used to be like, the world is close to you. So I don't know the answer on that part. It's just it's a crazy interesting topic that I feel like I always talk about. But yeah, it's just like living in Costa Rica, they're like, we don't want any more white people, they're driving us out. And Mexico, they're like, enough gringos. Like I'm in Sailita right now, and Sailita, they're like, it's turned into America. And I'm like, well, don't worry, like in USA don't want you, Mexicans don't want Americans. It's such an interesting topic of everyone wants to be.
But it all goes back to the same thing, Fraser. It all goes back to the few always ruin it for the many. Always. There's always just the bad seeds, the bad apples that end up ruining everything, because it's so many people that go into these countries. You're going for the right reason. People come into Canada for the right reason. They're coming for that reason, to escape something shitty. And they're coming here and they're willing to accept it. But now you just have more and more people that aren't willing to accept it. They're coming in and they're taking advantage of the system. They're finding all the loopholes to get free money and to bring more people over, and they're finding and it's the whole concept of bringing people in to kind of develop your country better is fine, but the bad apples have ruined it. And so then the answer is, okay, well, we got to shut it down. And is that the right answer? Probably not. But like it's cards that we're being dealt right now, because people take advantage of the system, and so they need to get shut down.
Yeah, it's funny you said that, and I agree. And then I always use this when I have to argue my Republican friends about illegal immigrants because they hate illegals, or, according to Trump, they're all rapists and killers and murderers. But then there's actual
Yeah,
stats in the US where immigrants are far less likely to commit crimes. Illegal immigrants are far less likely to commit crimes than Americans because, of course, there's the odd drug dealer in these illegals, but that's going to happen. Drug dealers are American, or even more so American. But then the other thing is, like, if I'm an illegal immigrant with my family, I'm on my P's and Q's because I'm not getting pulled over for speeding.
yeah,
I'm not fucking gonna go steal a chocolate bar so then I get found and then my whole family's kicked out of the country. Like, most of these illegal immigrants are there to be, they're not gonna do anything bad because they know they're on borrowed time, or they have to keep a low profile. But yeah, and the last thing I'll say, we've talked about this before. I don't know if it's on the podcast, but I think it's not a gentrification problem. It's a population problem because we've went from, doubled in size in the last 20 years. The world has, or 30 years. It's just more and more people. It's bigger and bigger. And that's what goes back. We've talked about this before. My COVID Thanos conspiracy theory where someone over did. I used to think it was like a 1% chance when I was a COVID anti-COVID believer, or whatever that is, and now I'm at like 12%. Whoever created this, it was a population quell, just like Thanos, and that my COVID Thanos meter is going higher and higher. More this happens. So, anyways,
enough. I mean, it's probably a good idea to lighten things up a little bit because neither one of us are qualified to talk about this shit at all. But like, you're right. Like, people need to start practicing safer sex. Like, we got too many people, man. Really, it's too many people. Like, anybody can go and like, it's like you have more qualifications to get a job than to have a kid. And frankly, there's just many people out there who have no business having children. So, I don't know. And I look around.
Like safe sex topics. We were covering everything.
Let's get back to it. Like, the messages used to be so much simpler when I was a kid. It was safe sex. Don't do drugs. Like, that was literally just the signs. Drugs are bad. And now it's like, if you say that, oh, no, you can't say that. That's a stigma to that, blah, blah, blah. It's like, well, bullshit. Let's just go back to the basics, baby. Like, the KISS principle. Keep it simple, stupid. Let's fucking put that back into play for everything. Okay? Drugs are bad. Don't do them.
Yeah.
How hard was that to follow? It worked pretty good for my generation.
Play outside. Those are all you have to do as a kid.
No shit.
No drugs.
When the street lights come on, then you go in for dinner. Like, this is easy. And now you can't say anything anymore because someone's going to get offended. And look where we are.
That's true. Absolutely.
Oh, that felt
someone
good.
Doesn't like.
That felt
someone
really
who doesn't like
that on my chest.
Someone who doesn't like Trump, I feel like he's really aligned with a lot of his principles. We won't go into that.
A lot of his principles, I agree with you. It's just that he's such a piece of shit. I have a hard time. And he's going after Canada too. Like, that's no good.
All right.
But other than that, like, I agree with a lot of what he says.
Yeah, and he's anti-giving money to Ukraine. So, I mean, it's all over the board. But that goes back to our initial thing. Our initial thing is stop helping other countries when you can't help your own country out. But I mean, now.
Well, but he's doing it because he's a little Putin puppet, and we all know this. So, anyway.
Into the NFL.
Yes, much safer topic.
Life as a Vikings fan. It's going into week 14. So what do? We look at mock drafts. So I've been doing that a lot lately. It's been very fucking depressing because apparently we're picking a corner with the 12th pick, according to everyone. And I think we've picked a corner 10 times in the last 10 years. So not really.
And did you see what you did yesterday? Like, Desmond Ritter started some football games in the NFL. You guys cut him off your practice squad. Like, you don't have anybody who can complete a pass, and we're cutting guys who have actually played in the league. Not that Desmond Ritter's good. I'm not saying that, but Christ.
Yeah. I don't understand the whole Desmond Ritter thing. Because Max Brosmer, as we've seen, that's not good. Me or you could go in there and surely do better than that.
That was tough. I mean, granted, like, in Seattle against that defense was not a great start for poor Max. Like, you feel like they should have. I mean, we've been saying it all along before the deadline. They needed to get Jameis. Like, what a great spot that would have been. He'd have just been bombing balls to JJ, who's now not going to be a Viking next year probably because he's so fed up. You guys are in a tough spot.
It's definitely, yeah. I mean, it's par for the course. That's why you really don't get too excited as a Vikings fan. You
Who would
just
have
kind
thought?
of,
Who would have thought? Because you put together the great LeVay parlay at the start of the
oh,
season for all three of our teams to make the
yeah,
playoffs, and who would have thought? And frankly, probably should have thrown Notre Dame in that one. And who would have thought
should
it'd be
have,
the Vikings who canceled it, and then maybe Notre Dame ends up getting bounced. You're
yeah.
like, ugh.
And the Vikings, the bet was only them to be. I had most of them were just 8.5, over 8.5. So I mean,
Yeah,
whoever was on that knows some shit about like JJ McCarthy, because how you go from a
yeah.
14-win team to a 8-win team is, and not even going to be 8-win team. Not good.
It's tough. Poor Fraser
Yeah.
though, because you complained. Like, I used to get so annoyed. You complained about all the years you had Kirk Cousins, and all he did was win more than he lost. Then you complained about Sam Darnold, and all he did was win more than he lost. And
No,
now
no,
you
no.
literally don't have a quarterback. Like,
It's still not good either way. Yeah,
I tried to
it's
tell
still
you. I tried to tell you.
no. Kirk's trash. He's always been trash. But I
He
mean,
was fine when
Sammy
he
was
was there.
just. I think we had better seasons the year before him and the year he left every single
You
time.
still had
It's
good
just
seasons with him, though. Is the point? Like, it's not like
a
you
couple
were
bad
bad.
ones. Yeah, a couple bad ones. He's trash, but we weren't going anywhere. I mean, I'd rather boomer
Yeah.
bust than lay in the cut and
Well,
be,
you're definitely finding the fucking bust right now.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, Tyson. I mean, not a lot of teams at the top of the draft need quarterbacks. So I mean, Tennessee has a quarterback.
You
New
can't.
York has a
You
quarterback.
can't.
We
You just
absolutely
took-
should, and that's
I know
fine.
you should, but they just did it last year. They're not going to give up on that kid.
Absolutely, you
They have to
can.
put
I
him back in
mean,
there.
we put him back in there, but we draft Ty Simpson, and then it's a QB competition. It's nice. It's not a lot of money sunk in. It's already his second. It'll be his third year next year, basically. Basically, Redford. So his rookie contract is going to be fucking up in what, a year, 2 years?
That's true. But he also is only still like, what, 22 years old.
He's still really young. Yeah, I mean, I haven't given up on him. I'm just fine.
Yeah,
I'm just fine.
Just, you know what? They have to be the team that gets they go get Mac Jones. They need to be a team that gets a veteran option. I would say veteran backup. I would say veteran option. And if JJ beats him out, he beats him out. But you need to have somebody there.
Well, if, like, who knows, this quarterback class seems like a crapshoot, but like if someone legit falls to us at 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, like if Ty Simpson does, they have to do it. Or I don't know, Fernando Mendoza, people love him, but now he'll fall. But
12 might be
Dante Moore.
You guys might be picking before 12 the way things are going.
Exactly.
That sucks.
Yeah. And then a quick recap I want to give you on the fantasy league. So with Blaiso's league, the Browns league, not great. I had our friend Peds pick my team, and we had a strategy going into it. And the strategy kind of goes about what we were just talking about. I've never had a team where it's just players I like. And he always likes players he likes. I always do the opposite. So, I mean, I can enjoy whatever. But I was like, I don't want him to screw up the draft. So let's just pick players we both like, and we'll get everyone we want. So we got a lot of people we wanted, which Mahomes, great. That worked out, Texas Tech. But then, Blaze, you had two guys picking their favorite teams for fantasy football this year. And what are our teams?
Yes, this is not good. Vikings and Titans. Yikes.
So we had a team of Cam Ward, JJ McCarthy, Jefferson, and just Christian Okonkwo or whatever his fucking first name is.
We could have only mixed in a Browns fan into that selection process. What a glorious season this would have been.
Want to know what makes it even worse? We didn't have enough money, and if we would have had enough money, we also would have added Calvin Ridley, Tony Pollard, and TJ Hawkinson. So.
Oh, it's glorious. And you still have a shot.
Yeah, I don't even know. No. Well, who makes just the top 8?
It's I'll send you the scenario. I forgot that you're not on the chat. It's basically top 8. But like the 8th spot is not just record, it's whoever has the most points out of all the teams that aren't in. Just so we did a couple of years ago in case you're the team that like just constantly gets screwed by playing the best team every year. So it's worked out pretty good. So I think you're still kind of screwed, but
so that's still a shot.
You win and need help. So
that's fine.
Yeah,
I'll
send it to you.
In the Guillotine League, I just tried to sewer Bins. Bins is on fire. We said the first podcast of the year that he has the worst guillotine team on earth.
He's so
very risky. Very risky. He had A-Chain, whose life depended on Tua being healthy. Puka's always hurt. He's stayed healthy. He had a lot of risky picks, and it's worked out for him. And he's I would say he's like top 2 right now. So
Really?
we're definitely going
That
to hear
would
about it
be
from him.
that's a worst to first scenario.
Yeah, it definitely is. So he's looking good.
I hope
He's
he
got a lot of
loses.
money left.
I hope he loses. He quit on our fantasy league, so when it comes to
Yeah.
fantasy, he's one of my best friends. But when it comes to fantasy football, he's dead to me. So I hope he loses some guillotine.
Him and another guy have the most money left. And I just put in the chat this morning, I'm like, oh, whoever gets Gibbs is going to end up winning the year, I'm pretty sure, winning this week. And then he texts me, he's like, you motherfucker, I was hoping we both save money on this guy. I'm like, no.
No.
Spend.
No, yeah, good. Do it again to him.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what's there 3 of you left? 4 of you left?
Yeah, 4 of us left. Sounds about right.
That's 2 years in a row you've made like the top 3 or 4.
Yeah, we're doing good. And then I just finished 3rd. The person who screwed me, guess who screwed me last year in the final and then this year in the semifinal in the other one.
Something to do with the Vikings.
No, Josh Allen. So, the people who out there, just know Josh Allen will have one stinker in the last 4 weeks of the fantasy football season.
Yeah.
So, because he got me 3 points against Houston, and then last year he had just a brutal game in the final game of the season.
Yeah.
So, anyways, yes, so I love the Guillotine League, but I guess I only like it because I'm keep lasting long. I'm sure it's not that fun if you're out in like week 2.
Yeah, sorry, or 6 or whatever I was.
Yeah,
it's fucking Lamar.
Yeah,
never again.
All right, well. What do we have here? We want to get into. You want to do college first or the NFL first? I got to pull up.
I'm fired right up about the college, man. I'm fired. It's so kind of. I don't know. As much as I'm worried that they're going to fuck it up, and they kind of already have with some of the qualification things, but literally every team that's on the bubble, you could make an argument, and then they can make an argument against it. Like every single one. It's awesome. It's like such great conversation piecing that it's so wild. But this whole thing about the group of 5 teams, like this should be an epic year of 12 like blue blood programs in the playoffs. And instead we might have 2 like group of 5 teams. If Duke wins the ACC, like we could have like Tulane and North Texas or James Madison, like, yeah, nice enough schools, sure, but like they're gonna get fucking dog walked at Oregon.
Yeah,
like it's
a joke. Is there something in the rules that the 2 of them really should hypothetically get in, or like could the committee be like, look, we're not putting them in over Alabama or Notre Dame, like stuff?
So it's in the rules that it's the top 5 conference champions. And I think when they set that out, they just assumed, right? SEC, Big 10, Big 12, ACC. And then there would just be the one spot, right, for the Boise States of the world, which it worked out good last year because Boise State deserved to be in. But now, somehow, Duke made their conference championship game. They're 7-5. And it's the top 5 ranked conference champions. So there's currently... like those 3 teams, JMU, Tulane, and North Texas, are all ranked ahead of Duke, and they all will be ranked ahead of Duke. So if Duke wins, ACC gets nobody unless Miami gets an at-large bid. And there's really nothing they can do about it. There is a clause in there that basically says like extenuating circumstances, like when Florida State 2 years ago lost their quarterback and were absolute dog water in a game without him, and we can see it. But I think it's hard to justify them be like, you know what, we just don't think these guys are. Like they won't be able to do it. So it's a shame because it should be literally that first week should be 4 unbelievable games. And I just worry that two of them are going to just be like one of those teams is going to Oregon.
Yeah.
Right? Unless something really wild happens and Oregon jumps into the top 5, but like they're going to get worked. And Oregon's the kind of team that's not going to just take it easy either. Like, I kind of hope, I mean, I want Bama to lose because it helps Notre Dame, but also I'm thinking I would love if Bama won a close one and bumped into the top 4, that Georgia was in one of those 5-6 teams, and then these 2 J5 teams or whatever the hell they were called have to go to Georgia and to Oregon and just watch them just get absolutely curb stomped. Like, well, and then you can look at the committee and be like, okay.
Yeah. The good news is they made changes last year that we wanted. So, I mean, hopefully this year they'll see like, all right, like, and I wonder, let's say if you just did top 12 teams, would that cause any issue? Right? I don't think it would it? Because I mean, still the Big 12, the Big 10, all the
Yeah,
ACC. You know what? You guys weren't good enough. See you later.
yeah. Like you need to be in there, and if they did that this year, it would work out because ACC would get a team because Miami's currently ranked 12th.
Yeah.
Right, the 4 major conferences would all get teams. Yeah, the rest of the whatever they're called, the G5s, they wouldn't this year, but they did last year. Like you're just not going to always have a team that's good enough, and it's okay. Like it goes back to this: everybody gets a ribbon bullshit that we deal with, and that all the kids these days are getting raised on. It's like, well, no, you're just not good enough, man. Like you don't get in just because you showed up. But no, that they got to have it do it. It's exactly where this stems from, and it's that whole mindset of everybody gets a trophy. Oh no, we got to include these teams. Well, no, we don't. If they're not good enough, you don't need to include them.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I mean,
yeah, there's still some cool scenarios.
So Notre Dame, the only way they're really out right is if BYU beats Texas Tech potentially.
I don't know, but I think that they really sewered Notre Dame by Bama jumping them, and I have no idea why Bama jumped them this week. Like they fucking barely beat Auburn, who is a 5-win team. Yeah, and it was at Auburn. Notre Dame went and played a 4-win team at their park, a game that started at 10:30 at night Notre Dame time, and they were up 35-3 at halftime. But yet Bama, just because it's the Iron Bowl, they're going to jump them. Like Auburn sucks. Can we be honest? Their offense is garbage, and somehow they jumped him. And I think they did that to safeguard in case Bama loses, they can still find a way to keep him in. Which I don't think they should. If they lose, they got 3 losses, the same as Texas. So why put Bama in and leave Texas out, right? You got Vanderbilt sitting there with 2 losses. If it was me and Bama loses, I'd jump at them. Vanderbilt's jumping Alabama in my eyes. But
that's a tough one. That's an interesting one and a tough one, right? Because Alabama beat Vandy straight up badly. Like they crushed them. So that's a hard.
Well, but they lost their game. I don't know. I'm going to tell you. At some point. And it's so I'm worried about that because the committee's also said the reason they haven't judged the Miami Notre Dame head-to-head is because they haven't really been close enough. Like basically they're saying if you're in the same pod of teams, then head-to-head factors in. But if you're not, then it doesn't. But now if Bama jump Notre Dame, and then if BYU loses, Miami could be right behind them in the standings, and then maybe that head-to-head comes in and Notre Dame gets bumped, and Miami goes in. And who knows if that's what they say? That's what they say because they did win on the field. But the game was in August, right? Like we're trying to find the best teams that right now, and so that's my thought. But I'm also a Notre Dame fan, so
I also wonder, long term does it hurt? Let's use Alabama as example because we want them to continue to schedule big games, right? So let's say Alabama has 3 losses, and I don't know who I guess their first loss wasn't anyone good. It's Florida State, but I mean. Are they like, all right, we're never scheduling Florida State again? Like, we're going back to Sanford, and I don't give a fuck because we don't want to have 3 wins at the end or 3 losses. We want 2 losses, and I don't care.
There's a lot of talk about that. But at the end of the day, man, you still gotta. The school itself still needs to put a product on the field. Like for everyone that's talking about, it just means more in some of these places, and they show the crowds and the fan base all the time. You can't tell me that they're making the same kind of money on their gates when roast beef tech is coming into into your stadium than Miami is or Florida State or Notre Dame or whoever it is. So you still got to have those draws. You still got to have games that people want to go and see. Yeah, maybe I'm wrong on that, but the goal isn't always just going to be to be a playoff team. Like you're still trying to make money every single year because there's going to be a lot of years where you're not a playoff team, and if let's pick. Whatever, say you're Bama and you're they're a bad example, but say you're like a mid-range conference team. This isn't your year to make the playoffs anyway, and you have no good teams coming into your stadium that are out of conference. Well, then what's the incentive for fans to go? At least you can be like, oh shit, man, we got Oklahoma's coming. Like that's a huge game. Let's go and you sell the place. So I don't know. I think that's an excuse that people are using and trying to lobby for their teams right now, and it's fascinating watching all the different fan bases lobbying for why their team should be in. Right, like I said, you can make arguments for everybody. I mean, Miami, you won a game back by 3 in your home field against Notre Dame in August. You also got worked by two dog water teams that aren't even ranked. So do you deserve to go to the playoffs? No. Like Texas saying, well, if we wouldn't have scheduled Ohio State, we'd be in. You fucking lost to Florida. You got worked. And then Mississippi and who was the other garbage? Arkansas or something. They went to overtime to beat them. Like, come on. Like, those games got to matter.
Yeah, and, absolutely.
So it's fun because you look at say, oh, well, we did all this. It's like, yeah, but you're forgetting what you didn't do. And that was show up every week and whoop someone's ass, which is what Texas Tech did. There's a few people quiping about their schedule, but they've been working people. So at some point, that's got to count.
Yeah. And it is, thankfully. It's good to Texas Tech. It's time to telling Jessica this whole year, like, I try not to watch tons of football on Saturday because I'm watching all day Sunday and we've got the baby and I'm like, Tech's on. I'm like, just so you know, and I'm always fair about it, but I'm like, this is the biggest game of Texas Tech's like lifetime. She's like, you say that every week. I'm like, it's truly been this week. This year.
Since Crabtree was there. Throw the Crabtree reference at
her. Exactly. I was like, literally since in 2000, whatever it was, 7 or 8, this is the biggest game of all time. So, or 9. But so now we're 4. I think if we win this game, we're going to go to second or third, which is just incredible. So,
I think so too. Well, I mean, I think the only way they don't jump is if Georgia wins. Obviously, they're not moving. If anything, they're climbing. And then if that Ohio State Indiana game is close, if it's close, then they're not going to really punish either team by dropping them a lot.
Yeah.
But if one of those teams wins by 10, then I think it's a huge chance for Texas Tech to jump and go up to 3.
Yeah. I wonder. Just hopefully we get a nice draw. That's all. I mean, I think playing Ohio State hypothetically in like the semifinal, if we even made it that far, but
well, then you know what, you should actually hope to lose. You should, if you want a good draw, you should hope to lose and finish 5th or 6th. Seriously,
I was thinking about like it would be nice to play a first round game and beat someone, whether that's James Madison, Miami, or whatever that is. Then go in with a little momentum versus like be waiting for fucking Georgia or Bama to come through and be like, great.
Hell yeah. And not only that, beat them in your home stadium, making all that revenue.
Yeah.
Like if I was a team sitting there going, like, and would you rather be 4th and know that if you win, you play Ohio State, or being 5th or 6th, getting the guaranteed gate and then see what happens? I'd fucking want to be 5th or 6th, man.
Yeah, no, I'm actually completely on that side.
Right? And you're done with the game and you're just going to crush somebody in front of your fans. The buzz that you're going to create for your program, let's go.
Exactly. First playoff game, you saw all the Texas Tech people when there's game day camping out a week in advance. So it'll be great. Yeah, and I just worried about our offense. I don't know how many games you've watched closely or at all, but we literally just run the ball or we throw a fade down the sideline. Run the ball. We have the worst offense in the history of offenses. Like once we're ahead of you and we can run, our running back takes off for 60 yards, great. But like when it's a close game, I have zero faith. Our quarterback isn't really the most mobile guy. It's just, it's not. I don't love the offense, and I think that'll be our undoing. But we'll see what happens. But the defense looks great, and exactly. So I guess I don't want to be that team. I guess that's like to your point of being 5th or 6th and playing a shittier team. I like that idea than just getting fucking embarrassed hypothetically by Alabama or Georgia or whoever ends up being in that slot.
Totally.
But anyways,
I don't know. I hope personally, I hope Texas Tech beats BYU by like 3, and they kind of stay where they are in the standings, and takes away the whole idea of Notre Dame getting bounced. And I actually want to see those cowards on the committee. I want Bama to get fucking boat raced and see if they keep them in. Because seriously, if Georgia puts it on them, like, I don't know. I want to see what happens.
I think it'll be a fun game to bet on. I mean, I've been a big Ty Simpson fan. I feel like this could be. Yeah. When does the Heisman voting stop? Like when? Because they never used to include bowl games, right? So I assume they don't now still.
No, not bowl games, but they do include the conference title games. So the voting, I think, is in on Monday. So the other thing I want to put on your radar is no. Go ahead. I'll go after.
Oh, I was gonna say. So I mean, basically, Julian Sayin, Julian Sayin, Ty Simpson, and your running back are like the top 3 right now, for the most part. I think.
Is that what it is?
For
what about the Indiana guy?
or that's what. Yeah, Fernando Mendoza.
Yeah.
Sorry, I screwed
Saying.
that up. Mendoza, Sand, you're running back. Our top three right now. So clearly, one of those two quarterbacks is whoever wins this game probably takes
I
it.
think so. I think so. And Pavia, I hope. Pavia better at least get invited.
Mm.
The Jeremiah Love, he didn't really play a whole lot that game. They were boat racing Stanford. I think he got a little banged up, so I think he's probably out of the mix. But
Yeah.
yeah. But the other thing I want to put on your radar is for some shenanigans in some of these title games. Because
Like what
if
kind of
you're
shenanigans?
well, if you're the SEC, do you want Bama to get worked?
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Chance
Like
that
kind
you
of like
lose that spot? Chance you lose that spot? Or are you okay with them winning? Make sure they're both. I mean, Georgia's in either way. Make sure both those teams are still in. And the same thing for the Big 12. Like, if
keep it
there's
close.
if there's some shenanigans near the end and a couple calls go BYU's way, is that going to surprise anybody? They could go from being the ACC, like they look over the ACC, who gets no one, and you guys suddenly, as a conference, make it two teams. I don't know. I don't.
Some shenanigans. I like it.
Shenanigans. I trust these conferences, and then that sport less and less, man. The shady shit that we're seeing it won't surprise me. I'll tell you that way. I'm gonna put it on the radar now.
All right. I like it. Blaze is the ultimate football conspiracy theorist. He's with the Swifties, and now we've got the conferences, which I'm on board for this one, where they take care of their own. I like it. Also,
and
on the Heisman,
a lot of it too. And it ain't just me. It ain't just me on the Swifties.
Yet he leaves out the Patriots and Notre Dame as part of this whole.
The Patriots. You mean the time that they suspended our quarterback for no reason, or they took draft picks away for no reason? Fuck that. There's no comparison.
And change rules for the Golden Boy. Everyone loves Tom Brady. Come on.
I think after they changed the rules for the Colts because they were tired of us beating the shit out of them in the playoffs, they didn't change the rules. So it works both ways.
That's true. And then our linebacker, back to the Heisman, our linebacker, I told Blaze Rodriguez, he's going to be in the Heisman invitee list solely because, I mean, he's sixth right now, maybe fifth now he's jumped up to, but his wife is a helicopter pilot in the Army or Navy or whatever it is. I think it's the Army. And nothing more America likes than waving the flag. And there's going to be some big story about her bravery and how great of a guy. And he's also a great story himself. He's obviously not like a 5-star recruit. And
former
so I think just
right?
from the storyline alone, just watch Texas Tech will have someone at the Heisman ceremony. So
as they should. And him and Pavia both need to be there.
There you go. But Pavia, I think you got to put Simpson over Pavia because Simpson beat Pavia pretty handily.
Yeah. Maybe, but Pavia, what he's done, like he like transformed.
Great story too.
Vanderbilt was an absolute doormat 3 years ago. Like remember Nick Saban is famously saying like the SEC is anywhere you play in the SEC is tough, and he's like, well, except for Vandy. Like that was like 3 years ago, and then Bama lost there the next year. So
sure did.
He's single. I mean, obviously the coach and but like having that guy at quarterback has turned things around. So
and you gotta love Pavia too. Another great story. I mean, what was it, New Mexico State or something? Not recruited and trudged along.
And he seems just a prick, but like the good kind. Like teammates love him, but he's just a prick to everyone else, and he's just like he's kind of just like a bulldog, right? Will just never give up. He's just gonna keep fighting. I like him.
And Theo Vaughn is tearing out his mom too, so that's
that's an interesting one. Yeah, that's an interesting one. There's a lot of family dynamics in the SEC. Like, have you seen all this stuff about Lane Kiffin's daughters?
Yeah,
and with him leaving, what a bad guy he is, by the way. But
thank you. I'm glad. I almost forgot before we left college. Lane Kiffin is the biggest piece of shit in sports. I'm just saying,
he's an absolute piece of shit. And it's like partially the calendar of the college football sucks. And like, I don't blame LSU for what they're doing. Right. They're going out and getting the guy that they want. But the idea that a coach who's about to go into the playoffs is like, I want to go somewhere with a better chance to win a national championship. Motherfucker, you're fifth in the country.
Yeah.
Like,
and if their quarterback Trinidad did that right now, what the fuck would happen? He's not a team player. He's this, he's that. He would never be allowed to play again. They just did it to the Tennessee kid, which fair enough. But last year, I mean, it's just, and the Tennessee kid, what he did wasn't as bad as what Kiffin did.
No,
And this
he just
kid's
wanted more
fucking
money.
blackballed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is what Lane Kiffin
it's
did.
bad. I know.
So
it's garbage. He's always been garbage though. Everywhere he's gone, there's been drama. Everywhere he's like, you know, he leaves early or he leaves, you know, kind of unceremoniously. He's just a bad guy. Like, let's just be honest.
And he left his dog.
You hear the stuff. Yeah, fuck yeah, like that's unacceptable. That was it for me. I mean, you're hearing all the stuff about him, like, you know, getting co-eds pregnant and being a bit of a cokehead, and it's all over the place. Like the message boards at Ole Miss are great, but like I didn't pay attention to too much of it because like whatever, like it's probably mostly bullshit. Yeah. But the idea that he had this dog that he was propping up there to be like his dog, and look at me,
yeah.
Like, turns out the dog didn't even fucking live with him. It stayed with the handler, and then he just left it there. It's like, no, you don't get to use dogs as props, prick.
No.
Like, I hope the worst. I hope they just get pumped at LSU for the next 5 years.
Yeah.
And then they fire him and they have to pay everybody.
Like, I guess why would you want to go there? Like, surely these kids, I guess when you're 17, 16, you don't really understand too much. I mean, I'm sure I'm not like, this guy's a bad dude. Like, he's literally, no one likes him. He has no fucking, he may just leave me. If I'm Trinidad Chambliss and I'm 6th ranked team in the country, he may leave me before the biggest game of my career.
Yeah, totally. After, he's a terrible human being. It sucks.
Yeah.
But the idea, but you know what, look at the playoffs, man. Like, depending on who gets in from these G5 schools, there might be 3 or 4 teams that don't have their coach into the playoffs. It's nuts. It's so sad.
That has to change. It really has to change. It's crazy.
Like, and just don't let them talk to harm? You can't talk to coaches until the season's over. Simple as that.
Yeah, what's the harm in that? Like, literally, what is the harm in doing that? I have no idea what the negative.
I think it's because the calendar, like, is recruiting, like, signing day was yesterday, right? So,
well, fuck it. Don't fire your coach then. In the middle of the season. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's backfiring the other way. It's like, to your point, this recruiting. Well, right now, the number one recruit in the nation, defensive end, who's going to LSU, is now waiting to see how this shakes out with Lane Kiffin. So, I mean, if you're firing and hiring a coach for recruiting, we're showing you right now, real time, it's not in your best interest.
Yeah.
Like, so.
Yeah, I hope it backfires. Hope they lose 10 games next year.
I hope this guy goes to Texas Tech. I feel like he will.
The end? That's what you're hoping for. I see,
Well, yeah. All right. Well, college, you have any other roundups in that before we check to the NFL?
Man, it's just a sit and wait game. Just sit and wait and watch. If Notre Dame gets bounced, I'm going to be so pissed. But at the end of the day, they lost their first 2 games. And even though, back to my shady bullshit, the one game was against an SEC team with, I guess, an SEC reffing crew. And on the last play of the game, they threw up a prayer touchdown and 2 of our D tackles got tackled and no flags came out. So, sometimes when you mention conspiracies, that's why. It was fucking unbelievable. I couldn't believe it when it happened. I'm still mad about it now.
Fair. Let me go NFL. I think we're going to go, division by division? A little breakdown, or even some last games? We go over last week's games?
I think you dive into this week because there are enormous games, man. There's like 3 playoff games this week. Really? Like, there's 2 or 3 matchups where it's basically if that team loses, they're cooked, and it's for both teams, right? Like Thursday night, it starts Thursday night. Look at that game.
Yeah, Falcons Bucks, and what the Bucks are.
Falcons Bucks
7-5.
Did you not hear what I just said?
You said Thursday night. That's why I was very confused. That's December 11th.
Wrong week. You're on the wrong week.
I was like, I was just trying to route you. I'm like, all right, I guess he knows the word.
I don't think
I didn't want to disagree with you.
Is this thing working?
This is how you know I try to feed into what you're saying. I'm like, yeah, Falcons Bucks. Here we go.
Yeah, I don't know what I just did to my headset too, but it just sounded weird.
Cowboys Lions.
Yes. Yeah. Literally a playoff game. Like, if whoever loses that game is fucking in bad shape, man. I mean, they already are. They're both kind of long shots to get in, but a chip and a chair at least for both of them. But if you lose that one, you're in trouble.
Are the Cowboys the hottest team in the NFL?
I think they got to be. I mean, next to the Patriots and the Bears and the Broncos, who've won like 9, 10 or 8 in a row. But for over the last 3-4 weeks, I think it's got to be. You got to be saying it's them.
Yeah.
In their last 2 games, they beat the Super Bowl combatants from last year. So hard to
Yeah.
say that anybody's hotter.
Yeah. Dak's great. The running game's good. Two of the best wide receivers. I said it from the start of the year, the two best wide
Yep.
receivers in the league combo.
Yeah, for
CD
sure.
and Pickens.
For sure. Pickens is such a menace. My goodness.
Mm-hmm.
And Dak's been awesome. Dak, I
Yeah.
don't understand why everyone's talking. Like, Dak needs to be getting some MVP talk.
Yeah, that is weird. I guess maybe he might now. It's still wide open, right? Isn't I haven't checked this, but it has to be
Yeah.
wide open.
If they stay in the race, right, if they're still alive going into the last 2 weeks, then I think he will. You know, if they fall off, they fall off. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I wouldn't want to play him right now. I'll tell you that.
No. And then
So-
the Lions are just kind of, trudging along, doing Lion stuff.
Yeah. No, I don't think they'll have Amon-Ra. St. Brown
Mhm.
doesn't sound like. I mean, maybe they'll get him back, but
No, I don't think so. And same thing with Khalif Raymond's out as well. So all they got is, what's his name? The speedster from Alabama, Williams.
yeah, which sometimes is okay. He got like 170 yards last year, but
Yeah.
I think the concern for them is their secondary. They got nobody who can cover those two
Mm-hmm.
at all.
No.
So I don't know. I think it'll be a fun game. Like we get to see what kind of, if Dan Campbell does have any magic, or if this is just kind of who they are this year. You can see Gibbs just running wild. Who knows? Dallas has been pretty good against the run, so I don't know.
Yeah.
I just know it's a huge
Gibbs
game, and I'm just glad it's on Thursday night.
Gibbs in PPR, I think he's for like 35 points he's set for. His
Really?
middle line. Yeah.
Yikes!
Maybe it's 30, but yeah, it's just, as
That's
you can imagine,
gotta be a
him.
record prediction.
I thought it was him versus Dallas defense is nice. Although I guess Dallas defense has been better lately, but sure that's a shootout. I think that game, and then the other game I love is like the highest over-unders, which he has 54. Another game we'll get to, I think, is around 54 as well. Well, let's get into it. Other game of the week. Bengals Bills. I don't know if that was on your list, but it's on mine.
Massive game.
Mhm.
Massive game. Like, Bengals are still alive somehow. That division is such hot garbage. And I don't know what, like, and especially with Pittsburgh and the Ravens playing each other, like, those are the two teams they're chasing. Who's it better? Like, who do they want to win that game?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Assume whoever they don't play. Let's see if I can pull
I
it
know
up
they
while we're
play the
talking.
Ravens again. I know that, and
Yeah.
they played the Steelers twice, but they play the Ravens again. So,
Okay.
do they cheer for the Ravens to win this so then they can beat them?
Yeah.
But
Probably.
I think you can count on the Steelers losing a couple more, so, and you're going to need the
Yeah.
Ravens to lose one more plus beat them again. So,
And then on their schedule, the Bengals schedule, Bills obviously a big one. Ravens will be a tough one, and then it's Dolphins, Cardinals, Browns. So I mean, it's looking tasty for them.
absolutely. So, and Buffalo is not a sure thing, right? If they lose another game, they're far from a sure thing. So
Yeah.
I think that's a huge game. Apparently, and I didn't know this, that Fox, I think, flexed out of this game like 2 months ago or something, or when Burrow got hurt. And someone,
They can't flex back. That's what a flex means. You can flex around.
Yeah, no. These guys screwed this up, and I think it's just like they flexed out of the late window. Maybe I read it somewhere anyway. But like now you've got Burrow versus Allen in basically a playoff game, for sure, a playoff game for the Bengals, but like a huge game for the Bills. I'm obviously cheering for the Bengals because, like, gosh, one step closer to clinching the division for the Patriots. But like, that's a massive game, and we've touched on two massive games. We haven't even gotten to the biggest one yet.
Well, I want to stay on the Bengals still.
Yeah.
The only thing, so betting wise, last year on fire betting. This year, I think we've talked about, this is just, I haven't checked my over-unders, but I assume they cannot be good. My only saving graces will be Texas Tech. Get me to even or just maybe above, even if I'm lucky with a lot of bets I have on them.
Yeah.
And Fernando Mendoza, I had Heisman out the gates at like 60-1 or something crazy. And then finally, I placed it 2 or 3 weeks ago. Bengals to win the division at like 40-1. And now they're up to 15-1. So the only thing that can maybe get me even is this. So that's my
Here's a 40
my
to 1
favorite
bet. That's tough. That's a tough season.
And the Fernando Mendoza 61 this, and then the Texas Tech playoff was like 15-1, and so it's a lot of long shots are saving me.
So that means if you're wanting to, so you're hoping for Mendoza just to absolutely pump Ohio State on.
Yeah. I did do a
So that
small
means
head
you
cheese
need.
with.
Yeah, so you got to be careful though, because then do you want to get up in the 2-3 spot? Because then you're probably going to be matched up against Ohio State in round 2.
Exactly.
So
Yeah. So it's really a lose in general. I did a little hedge cheese was saying like 4 weeks ago, but it's just
yeah,
a small hedge, just to really get my
let's
money
get that
back.
60-1. I mean, he's going to have to go off though, and I
Yeah.
don't know that there's any going off against that defense. That Ohio State defense.
I don't think so either. Yeah. And we were talking about the guillotine. The only guillotine I've been holding on to Burrow lately. And I think Burrow and Chase are going to get me through this week in guillotine. Chase Brown.
Nice.
And not the good Jamar Chase, but
I have
that's going to be a great game.
Leagues. I got Burrow. I stashed and just had him sitting there. So it takes me to the title.
He's gonna go. Surely they both, him and Allen, end up being 40, 50 points. Hopefully, watch it be the opposite and just a defensive special masterpiece, which
just
surely can't
back
be.
And forth. Kill the clock. Game's over in like 2.5 hours. The game's over because they just been running the whole time.
Yeah. The game that you must be talking about. There's so many, like you said. I assume it has to be the Patriots, but
no, they're on a bye. It's chill time for me.
Okay. Well, I think there's a few games. I don't even know where to start. I'm going to go with Texans Chiefs
during the day. That's the Sunday night game. That's the biggest one. So save that one. There's a couple other games during the day.
Oh, I found it. Titans Browns. Here we go.
That's the one. You can buy tickets for that one for $3. It was posted yesterday. Someone posted the seat map. You can get lower bowl, like decent seats, like corner seats, lower bowl for $21.
Jesus.
Yeah. Upper deck, end zone, $3.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
We got the best. Here's why the league or why the week has so many good games, because there's so many shit games. Like we got Commanders, Vikings.
Yep.
Dolphins, Jets, Titans, Browns. So all the bad teams are playing the bad teams. Good teams.
Yeah, get them out of the way. Don't even put them on TV. Fuck it. Like fantasy purposes, I guess have them somewhere. But
Colts, Jags. Is that where you're going? What game were we talking about?
That's a big one for that division. Huge. And Colts are struggling, man. The Rats. You know, call them the Rats.
Colts, Rats. Yeah.
Yeah.
Groot having a little drink of water.
Yeah, Groot's having a little sippy. Hey, he was sleeping by the fire. Hey, buddy.
Groot makes his appearance on the pod.
We'll get him to come and say hi here.
Perfect. What game were you talking about? What game were you talking next?
Well, the night game's the biggest one, for sure. But yeah,
okay.
So that's the main one. But yeah, there was a couple
Texans,
of
Chiefs.
mediocres. Yeah.
Texans, Chiefs. So both, like you said, must wins for both.
Oh, huge. Playoff game. It's a playoff game.
Mm-hmm. I'm excited with that. The Texans defense, after what they did to Josh Allen, that's outrageous.
They are nasty.
Groot,
come here.
You'll love, since we're doing Groot Corner. Well, dog Groot Corner.
What's it? What's up with Fraser?
Groot's on. If no one's watching video, we have a Groot saying a quick baby corner. So Lukai has been saying words for a while now, but like not confidently. Just kind of says like dad, this, ba ba ba. He used to do ma like a long time ago, but like doesn't do that anymore. But he finally said his first word that he's like confident in saying, and it's dog.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, it kind of sounds like duck. It kind of sounds like duck, but it's like dog.
We're going with dog.
We're going
dog. Or he's an Oregon fan. Oh, that would be tough for you if he's an Oregon fan.
Yeah, because we basically every dog we see here is like dog, and then so he loves chasing dogs on the beach. He's a big dog lover.
God, it sounds fantastic to me.
Yeah. Texas Chiefs, I guess you can't really say too much about it. Just a must-win game for both teams.
Oh, I think it's going to be incredible, man. Like it's going to be. You look at that defense and you think, oh, the Chiefs are in so much trouble. But come on, like a primetime game and this like that. Are you going to bet against Mahomes? How do you do it?
Yeah.
Like I'm scared to pick against him in a pick'em league. Never mind putting down real money against like in that spot. Like you just know that they're going to show up.
Well, and then here's the question: do you start Davis Mills? Can you bench him after 3-4 straight wins, or CJ's done nothing all year?
Yeah, you know what, CJ, he didn't look great last week, but he just did enough to win, I think, and he's their starter.
Yeah.
So they're hoping. I want to see, especially after what those big receivers did last week for the Cowboys against the Chiefs. They got to just feed Nico, man. Nico. And that rookie that they got too, Higgins, he's a big kid. So I'd love to just see them continue with that same game plan of getting their big receivers after those, because the Chiefs corners are good, but they're small. So I'd love to see them stick with that game plan, but I don't know. I just think there's going to be some magic. Mahomes and Andy are going to have something cooked up, and Kelsey is going to be like, it'll be like 20-19 with a minute left. Someone's going to have the ball, and who knows what's going to happen. But
well, it's crazy, and to go about how I've been wrong a ton this year as well. Before we're saying, or I was saying at least, like I would take the Chiefs in a heartbeat because their defense is way better than like the Bills defense or wherever. And the Chiefs defense is awful. Like it's not been good the past 4 or 5, however many weeks. I mean, it's just they're not the same top 5, top 7 defense like they were last year. And
I think a lot of people have figured some of their blitzes out because their blitz numbers are way down, like their effectiveness, or maybe they're just doing it too much. Who knows? But I don't know. And then they as an AFC team, they still scare the shit out of everybody. Nobody wants them in the playoffs.
No,
like nobody.
Absolutely. Well, it's weird too. Like obviously, it's fantasy football and real world football, but like Patrick Mahomes is the number 1 fantasy point getter in the league, so it's not necessarily. It's not like he's playing bad. Like last year he was playing kind of mediocre or just doing enough to win. Where this year he's been, aside from a pick here and there, he's been lights out.
Yeah. So that's gonna be running. I can't wait. Sunday nighter. Yeah, it's gonna be awesome.
Another good game. I guess we can talk Colts Jaguars. We didn't really get into it. I don't believe in either team. I think we called the Colts the biggest frauds 2 weeks ago. Still good, but
longer than that. I think we called the frauds a while back.
Yeah, not first in the conference. So sure, they're still elite or good, but not elite.
Yeah. We called it when they were they're like the number 1 seed. And we're like, hold on a second here, man. Like, who have they? Like, Patriots have had an easy schedule. I'll be the first one to say that too. And so I don't go too much about, we're so much better than everybody. Like, we're a good team, but we're right there with the rest of the pack. But the Colts, the Rats, I call it a long time ago. And now when you look at it, this is a prediction I'm willing to make right now. They're going to be the team that slips up and lets the Colts get in.
The Chiefs get in,
They had them 2 weeks ago, and they blew it. They couldn't. They're like last 7 drives, they didn't get a first down. They were 3 and out nonstop, and so they won't have a tiebreaker. And if you look at the games that the Rats have left, it goes Jacksonville, Seahawks, Niners, Jacksonville, Texans. I think that's the order. Those are for sure the teams, but I think that's the order. Like, that's not good, man. That's not good for a team that we don't think plays well against good teams. And so then if they end up tied with the Chiefs and that blowing that game 2 weeks ago, like they could have put an end to them right there. And so that's my prediction. They're gonna be the squad that lets the Chiefs get back in, and the AFC is gonna be looking at them going, "You motherfuckers!"
I'm here for it. I'm with it all.
You guys could have ended these guys in like week 13, and no, you went pissed around, and now we all got to be worried about playing them.
I mean, to your point with the Colts, is like life's a lot harder, not as easy when Taylor isn't ripping off 60-yard touchdowns to win games and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And to be fair, like they find out that Danny Dimes has like a broken bone in his leg, which is not great.
Not great.
So and credit to him, he was getting hit last week too, and he kept balling. I got a lot of respect for that guy after watching a fair bit of that game. But and then they spent 2 first-round picks on a corner who's not even playing and going to be out for a little bit. Yeah, I don't know. Tough time in Ratland. It's a real shame.
When that trade happened, it was like, great, you got a top corner in the league and everything's going top up. And ever since it's been rough. Next best game, what do we have? We can go Eagles-Chargers, another big one, Monday night.
Is that the Monday nighter?
Yep.
I don't think that's a big one. I think the Chargers have shown they can get manhandled, and I think that's what Philly will do to them. Philly's going to be pissed off after Friday.
Yeah.
And
let's hope.
I don't know. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong. I'd love to see, me, I'm a Herbert fan. And I would love to see them beat the Eagles by 30, but I don't think it's going to happen. Their tackles are so bad, and Philly's D-line is so good. I just think it's a bad scenario.
Yeah, I mean, we've got both 8-4 teams. At least it'll be a good Monday nighter.
Yeah, hopefully. I don't think it will, but hopefully.
And we talked about it. AJ Brown, I'm always player first and, never really jump too hard. But like AJ Brown, I'm just done with. I'm sick and tired of it. It's like you saw what happens when you have 10 catches, 150 yards, AJ. Your team loses. He was so quiet. Like he's never been into the last year or two. He seems me first. Before I felt like always did the right thing, said the right thing, quiet. Now he's just been a fucking psychopath. Maybe psychopath is a hard word, but
I don't think he's
just a weirdo.
Been really that bad, or he's just kind of different. I don't think he's not like T.O. loud and being a pain. I think he's just kind of different, and I think he just kind of disconnects. Maybe, I don't know. It's weird.
He's like if you date someone, he's like, I'd almost rather than be like T.O. and I know what I'm getting. Well, I guess T.O. you don't really know what you're getting. But, I'd rather loud and boisterous. He's going to run his mouth. Where AJ is kind of like what's it called, passive aggressive. He's like, anything wrong, honey? I'm just reading a book. Something's wrong, isn't it?
I love
no, I'm just reading a book.
When we get into your dating thoughts on this. This is so good. It just makes me think back to just so many absolute victories that you had. It's just great. It's good to see. Like, well, if anybody can judge on what it's like, going through different scenarios while dating, I guess it is you.
I'm just saying, I'd rather have like the loud one who you're getting than the passive aggressive one who's going to read a book on the bench.
That's fair. That's fair.
Mm-hmm.
And you
be crazy, but be my face crazy.
Yeah.
Don't be behind my back crazy.
It's great. You're the perfect person. Pretty much like any scenario we can like compare to a dating scenario, because whatever the scenario is, you probably went through it. So it's awesome. Hey, Fraser, what's it? Ever wonder what it's like to like date someone who probably is going to turn out to be a serial killer? Like, yeah, I remember one of those. Fraser, remember what it'd be like to date someone who's like turns into a nun down the road? Oh yeah, I have one of those.
Yeah. Exactly.
Pretty much every scenario you can think of.
It's funny because the serial. I've got both people picked out what you're talking about as well.
Yeah,
serial killer and the nun.
So do I.
One tried to break into my garage, and the other one was a virgin. So here we go.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
A Tim Tebow style version.
Have you ever dated anyone whose like husband ends up being politically assassinated in the biggest scandal of the last few years?
Boy. I was hoping you were going to go back to that. I got a fucking watch over my shoulder everywhere I go again.
Well, yeah, moving on. So we've got aside from that, there's kind of gets, the Dolphins. What do you think about the Dolphins? They're frisky. I guess they're only 5-7, but they're frisky 5-7.
They're frisky. I mean, I don't think they're going to make the playoffs, but their games, they're not a walkover anymore. And they're playing everybody. I think, and they won 3 straight. So, yeah, they're playing people tough. I mean, they could have easily blown that one last week. Like the Saints got the onside, and then the guy Olave dropped a touchdown. But they're battling. They're going to do just enough to keep that coach around, which is great for me. I love that. Like they're never really going to be a real threat. So, I want them to keep playing just well enough to keep the coach and Tua there. I think that's fantastic as a Patriots fan.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm as an anti-Tua person, I'm here for it as well.
You don't say.
I'm trying to find who do you think is going to win the NFC West?
Man, I don't know. So much fun though, and what's going to make it more fun is in 2 weeks we're going to have to pod early that week because Thursday Night Football in Seattle, Rams, Seahawks, and we will be there in person.
Nice.
Yes. So I'm fascinated by that race. Like it's the Niners just don't. I keep thinking like the Niners are going to fall off, but they just keep winning, dude. Like they're not going anywhere. I don't think any of those teams are going anywhere. I think it's going to come right down to the last week of the season, and probably all 3 are going to make the playoffs. So might not matter a ton, but I kind of want to lean towards the Seahawks. I just think their defense is so nasty, and they get that Rams game at home, right? So if I had to pick one, I think I would say the Seahawks, but probably betting money is going to say the Rams.
Yeah, I think as we know, it's a quarterback lead, so I think it's a close game, and you have to put your money on Sam Darnold or Stafford. I think you know where you go.
Yeah, absolutely. But like I said, that game's in Seattle, and night game in Seattle. It's going to be a wild one. I'll be go Hawks just because be there.
Yeah. Why is the Seahawks defense good? I really don't understand this. Do
They're
you have any
fast.
insight?
They're
Like,
aggressive. They
'cause
got a lot of
the
good
coach is
players, man.
legit, right?
Oh yeah, well their coach was the Ravens defensive coordinator for years when they were good,
Mm.
and so he
Mm.
is the head coach now. They got a lot of good players, dude. Like their front is nasty, and it's not like huge.
Mm.
Like they don't have Myles Garrett, but they've got like dudes across the board,
Mm.
and that Witherspoon kid is it Witherspoon, the
Yeah, I was about to
the
mention the
corner.
corner.
He was like the top 5 pick a few years back. He's nasty.
Mm-hmm.
That the safety they picked up from South Carolina that remember blew up the combine this year
Yeah.
as a freak show athlete. He's playing well and add what they have up front. Their D line is just gross, and that's huge, especially in their stadium. Man, that place is loud, and I often usually go to a game a year. There's times I sit there, I'm like, how the hell do they communicate on the field? Like, how you can't. There's no way you can.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even understand how they can hear each other in the huddle. It's so
Yeah.
loud when that defense is rolling, and you got a big third down. Good luck. It's yeah. So I don't know. I don't think anybody wants any part of them. It's kind of like Denver, right? Like their defense is just so good, and their offense will do just enough that they're going to be a brutal team to play anytime. So
yeah, and sticking with divisions, I don't know if this is the surprise of the year, but the Panthers 7-6 within shot of the Bucks,
and they play twice.
Yeah,
they still play twice, so that's going to decide that division. I think. I don't know. I keep thinking that they're a bit of fool's gold, and then they go and beat the Rams in a shootout. Like I would have thought, okay, so if you told me last week they were going to upset the Rams, I'd have been like, okay, it's nasty weather, couple freak touchdowns, low scoring, but no, they went toe to toe with them and won a shootout. A low shootout, wasn't in the 40s, but it was legit touchdowns both ways. So I don't know.
Yeah,
but Tampa's getting healthy, right? Like Godwin's back. They got Bucky back. Evans is going to be back soon.
And, Mike Evans is. I thought he was done for the season for some reason, but yeah, he's back in the next 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah, he's coming back. I think their defense is pretty mediocre, but who knows? Baker is banged up. That's a big one. He hasn't been himself lately.
Yeah, I think it's been like 5 weeks. I know they announced his injury, or maybe it was a new injury, but I remember talking about it 5-6 weeks ago because when he was in the MVP hunt, he was missing throws weird. And I think it was against the Bills game I was watching, and he had a guy wide open on like a post and to tie the game and just missed him. And that was kind of when it all went away. So seemed a little odd. Sticking with NFC South, do the Saints draft a quarterback, or do they keep Shuck around?
I don't know. I think you got to watch the rest of the season and see.
Yeah.
But listening to Buddy, who's a huge Saints fan, and he's like a roller coaster during their games. Like they're the worst. Shuck is the worst ever. And then in the second half, it's like, you know what, this kid, he's not bad. There's some potential there. And it was the same thing with Rattler. He was just like, oh god, this guy, he's actually pretty good. Yeah. It's like he could be a true starter. And then you'd watch him play, like, oh, maybe not. It's like, so I think you got 4 more games or 5 more games to figure it out. And if he can be serviceable, do you keep him? But I think for the Saints, like it's going to also decide on when Manning comes out. Like they really, which I would hope as a franchise that that just have their eyes on him and just setting themselves up. Like if he says, no, I'm not coming out this year, trade their first round pick for like 2 more somehow. And make sure next year you can just move across the board and get like to where you need to get. Because that just seems like the right match, right?
Yeah. Well, and since we're talking we skipped into the draft a little bit. I'm just scrolling through right now. Like, who needs a quarterback? The Jets?
Half the teams in the league.
You think, but who will actually spend a top 10 top 10 pick? It's like the Jets, maybe the Dolphins. Browns probably not because they've got Deshaun money and 2 other guys. The Titans won't. Texans, Colts, no. Raiders maybe, probably Raiders.
Raiders 100%. I would.
No one in NFC East. Yeah, no one NFC East. No one NFC North side. Maybe the Vikings. Then we've got the Saints and the Cardinals. So, I mean, all of these teams, I guess where I'm going back, there's 4 or 5 like legit top 15 quarterbacks that could be drafted. And I feel like I think these guys just might pull the trigger. Like, oh, we're sitting at 5 and Ty Simpson fell to us, or we're sitting at 10 and Ty Simpson fell to us, or Dante Moore. Surely you have to draft him, right?
Probably. And they won't probably draft high enough, but it's got to include the Steelers in that mix. They need a quarterback. AFC South, probably nobody unless they
do the Steelers draft a quarterback? Because they are the weirdest fucking team of all time, right? Like, it's like, oh yeah, they need this. They're good. Like, they do the weirdest for a great super franchise. Right? We always talk about this. They do the weirdest quarterback stuff ever.
Enough of them on the being a great franchise. They haven't won a playoff game since in 9 years.
Yeah. But you know what I mean? They're like a well-known.
They're well-known, but they're a bust, and it makes me so happy to say it too. They suck. I've been saying all year they suck. Go out that week 2 game, and I still losing that one is still the biggest regret I have on this whole Patriots season. That we should have beaten by 30, and they just kept fumbling the ball. They're not a good team, and I take great joy in saying that. And they absolutely need to draft a quarterback. They haven't had one since Ben left. So they've tried how many different dudes.
But they could have had what's the name of the Giants, right? They just keep on doing weird stuff instead of actually picking players that they should be picking.
Yeah.
To the NFC North, we talk about frauds? Are the Bears frauds? I mean, they've got wins against the Saints, Vikings, Commanders, lost the Raiders, the Cowboys when the Cowboys were shit, lost to the Vikings. I don't know.
I don't think you can call them frauds. I don't think that they're the number 1 seed in the NFC like they currently sit. But I don't think that you can call them frauds. Their offensive line is too good to be a fraud. Their offensive line is really, really good. And they can run the ball. I mean, they just fucking manhandled Philly in Philly. That's the defending Super Bowl champs, and Bears beat the shit out of them. So I think fraud is a strong word. I think their defense is just good enough. I think against a real if they had to play the Rams in the first round, I think Stafford throws for 4 touchdowns. But they also might not get the ball long enough to do that because Chicago can just run the ball down your throat. So I don't know. I don't think fraud. I just don't think that they're. I think there's the same as I would put in my own team. We're the number 1 seed right now, but are we the clear-cut best team in the AFC? I think that's a stretch to say it. I think we're up there, but I don't think you can automatically say that they're the best team. And so I'd put the Bears in the same spot in the NFC.
Fair. Well, I mean, do you have any Patriots thoughts before? I'm trying to think we have any other topics, which
okay.
get into.
I was actually worried about that game just because been banged up. The offensive line is really banged up and going against that D-line. But I love how we came out in that game and literally just smacked them in the mouth over and over. And it started with that hit on the sideline. I fucking jumped out of my seat. I was so excited for that. And 100% clean hit. Giants fans are pouting all over the internet that we were being too mean. It's kick rocks. You guys used to be a tough team and you're whining about getting hit too hard. Get out of here. Any time for that. So I just love the mindset, right? Going into the bye, that's Vrabel saying, okay, boys, I know we've had the late bye. It's a grind. It's first of all, ridiculous, in my opinion, that there's week 14 buys. Everyone shouldn't have their bye.
That's very weird. Yeah.
But that's him saying, okay, it's been a grind. I get it. You get next week off. Fucking go. Let's play your hair is on fire. And they did, man. They were smacking people and running the ball. And the Giants are a 2-10 team. But they've been playing teams tough. They've blown 4 leads, double-digit leads in the fourth quarter. So they've been playing teams tough. And we dominated them. So I was quite happy. It was a great Monday for me.
Yeah.
Going in, coming off a week where we barely beat the Bengals, it's kind of oh, Jesus Christ. But, is this catching up to us here? So, fire it up. I just love the mindset that they just slapped the shit out of him. Drake May is a superstar, and there's not much else to say about that.
I would continue the podcast, and we can, but as you notice, there's construction next to me here in Mexico, and there's a lot of Mexican mariachi music playing right now. I don't know if you can hear that. So that could be something. That could be us getting the old vaudeville cane. All right, it's time to go.
Okay, too much Patriots talk. Out you go.
But yeah, anything else before we end it off here?
I don't think
You
so. I
knocked
just
out some good,
realized. I just realized that I'm wearing a hoodie from PEI baseball. So shout out to my friends in Prince Edward Island for
yeah.
this comfy, about as cozy
And
as
I've
it gets
screwed
right
up.
now.
I mean, the past few, I got next intro. I got to do it because I'm sure people aren't listening anymore. But Blaise LeVay, umpire of the year in Canada baseball. So I mean, I wanted to intro that as every time, but I kept
Thanks,
on.
man.
No, I will. I will
Yes.
next time. We'll do.
Yeah. Next
For
time
anyone
we'll
not
get it
listening, we'll redo it.
yeah, that's all right. I mean, I'm
Just
sure
like
I'll win it again. Usually, it's just a once in a lifetime thing, but it's cool that it took you a month to get to it.
perfect.
Yeah, not a big deal. Better late than never, right? Like at least you didn't forget. Like
I
you do
don't
my
understand how
birthday
you're
every
saying you're
year.
too old. You're too old for. No, you forgot my. I remember the years this year. You forgot mine this year. But
No, I
anyways,
didn't. It was
yeah, you
somewhere on
did.
there.
You still have never even said it. You literally never said happy birthday yet.
I'm older. It's allowed. I forget everything. I fucking don't even know where my truck keys are right now.
You said you're too old to be like a major league umpire. Is that more because you have to like go through the toils of fucking like minor league and stuff to get there?
Yeah, I started doing it way too late. I wish I would have started right after I stopped playing, but I didn't. But no, they're looking for guys, 20 mid-20s. Because those guys have a slodge to get there, man. They're 10 years in the minors, and so they're not interested in a 50-year-old for that.
But I mean, isn't where you are now is kind of like the Canadian version? Like maybe it's a touch slower, but not really, right? Like you're kind of in the minors ish. It's not like it's a drastic step, is I guess what I'm saying. But
it's still not affiliated with Major League Baseball. No, they're not interested in old dudes. They.
I mean, I watch NFL every year, and they're pretty interested in old dudes. So I think that's all I'm just wondering. Like, how are you too old if these fucking guys are 7 years old and making calls?
I know, it's weird. I don't know. It's NFL. They're also not full time, and they kind of just. I know. I'm with you. I sometimes think they just take kind of friends. There's a lot of nepotism in the NFL. You start hearing these names. You're like, oh yeah, I've heard that name before as a side judge or whatever it is. I think it's a totally different thing. Where in baseball, it's like a player. You got to start young and you got to work your way all the way up, and only a select few make it. So, I wish I had started younger, but I didn't. So here we are.
And you had to settle with Canadian Umpire of the Year.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah,
good consolation.
And that might be it. I might retire on that one. That might be time to just go back to enjoying summers at the beach. You know me, I'm a big beach guy.
Yeah,
that would make me miserable. I can't do that.
That's why. So I guess we're almost ending. But I was thinking about yesterday. It's because we're in Mexico now and we live on the beach in Costa Rica. Yeah. And I feel like, having a baby at the beach sounds like fun. Maybe it doesn't sound like fun. It's not fun. Yeah. I mean, it is now, but like, it's fucking just chasing him for an hour plus. And it's also great because he's so fucking tired after we get home. Like, he just passes out on the drive home.
That's awesome.
Before, he's pretty hard to get to sleep because he's always full of energy. I don't know where he gets it from, but like, and we get home from the beach, he's just a bottle, sleep, good night.
Yeah.
So that's great.
I think it'll get more fun though, right? Like, I would rather do that, and not necessarily that I wanted to have a kid that young, but I would rather like do that and play games and stuff than just be like sitting at the beach, just like, okay, what the fuck do I do now?
That's where I was going with that. I was
does nothing for me
at the beach yesterday. I thought this exact thing. I was like, I saw a couple on the beach, and I just thought about how like I hated that when I was like a couple at the beach, just kind of, she would be reading her book and I would be like, all right, like I want to go do something. So now it's kind of fun. I'm just like chasing him around. He kicks a soccer ball a little bit, chase him in the water. Yeah. So it's definitely more fun than just laying at the beach. But it also is, he puts everything in his mouth. He fucking runs after dogs. It's great. It's not easy, but it's nice.
It makes me so happy to hear this, and I hope that you have to chase him the whole way. You got help coming though. Big Bro just texted me this morning, said they're coming down on the 10th.
Yeah, 7 more days.
Oh, they're gonna love that. So you're gonna have he's gonna be super tired. And B, you're gonna have to do like half the work. It's good.
Yeah,
everything's coming up. Everything's coming up Millhouse pretty soon. Everything's coming up Fraser for like a month. Right? Yeah. That's perfect too during like end of the football season, bowl games. Yeah. Oh, so much going on, and everything's coming up Fraser.
Exactly, it'll be nice.
You're just like, here you go. I'll be dos margaritas por favor. Here's your kid, and you're out the
door. I can't wait.
Yeah, it's a great setup. Good on you.
Yeah. Thanks, guys. Well, on that note, things are good in the LeVay household ish.
Things are great. Things are great.
Fraser LeVay podcast. Uncle Blaiso. Go Texas Tech. Go Notre Dame.
Yes.
Go Vikings.
Notre Dame.
Go Patriots.
Yes. All that
See you
stuff.
guys later.
Peace.